Hi, I'm Brian Bernan. I'm Chairman of Irish Autism Action. Our organisation exists to advance the needs of children and families who suffer from autism in Ireland. As autism is a complex syndrome, what we do to serve their interest is a wide variety of initiatives, and we thought it would be a good idea to invite you all today to our conference to understand a number of the initiatives that we're currently working on and to see how that will help for the future.
My name is Jim Comiskey. I suppose not my primary role, my main role is to work as an advocate for people with Asperger syndrome, and I'm employed by the Citizens Information. And I suppose, I'd like to talk to you today about what has been referenced in here as the Autism Rights Alliance, but really what we're looking at is an Autism Spectrum Disorder Rights Alliance. I suppose, what is the ASD Rights Alliance? Well, currently we're a group of like-minded individuals. We're working together to establish an alliance that's focused on the rights of people on the autism spectrum. But I suppose what we aim to be is a recognised coalition of organisations, of individuals, professionals, who effectively lobby for the advancement of the rights of individuals on the autism spectrum. The formation of the alliance, it came about because many of us have previously worked together on both individual advocacy cases and on some systemic stuff. The individual cases, it has been in the form of troubleshooting, of raising with each other, look, have you this experience, this is what I'm coming up against. In the systemic stuff, a number of us who are now sitting around the table, were involved in lobbying around changes to domiciliary care allowance and how that application is, and changes to disability allowance. But in terms of actually getting us around a table and starting the idea of, look, we as concerned individuals, as support organisations, really need to come together around this, our first meeting was only in June of this year. Okay. I suppose what the Rights Alliance is about looking at advocacy at a macro level. And we're looking at reminding the government of its commitments under the UN Convention on the Rights of People with Disabilities in relation to certain EU legislation. We're looking at lobbying around collection of data. We're looking at education and promotion, and looking at the autism spectrum as a whole. That's what we are about. We were born from three things. We were born from a recognition of the need for those with an interest in and a commitment to the right of individuals on the autism spectrum to come together to lobby for change, and I've referenced that already. I suppose we were also born from a realisation that currently we've got families, we've got professionals, we've got support organisations, and we've got individuals on the spectrum themselves that have the capacity to work together to push for change. And lastly, I suppose this alliance is born from an awareness that if we pool our knowledge and our resources, we are going to be more effective. I'm going to say to date, we have decided on 5 aims and objectives. And I've thrown them up there for you. I'm going to go through them, I suppose, and give you a bit more on each. The first objective is to seek recognition of ASDs as a distinct diagnostic category, and I already mentioned that. We aim to influence policy around this and to hopefully amend data collection so as to include the terminology autism spectrum disorder, in both the disability databases and on the 2016 census. A number of the people who are involved in the Alliance have done significant work around this, and I suppose we would feel that there is movement behind this. Our second aim is to promote the rights of people with autism spectrum disorders in Ireland through lobbying and campaigning for full implementation of the UN Convention on the Rights of People with Disabilities. I won't go further on that, just given the time. The third would be to secure the implementation of a national framework and lifespan action plan for people with autism spectrum disorders. And I suppose we have started to formulate what we would envision would be both a national framework and a lifespan action plan for people with autism, and we are in the process of amending that to fully capture the whole lifespan of an individual. And I suppose that's a body of work we want to do before we fully launch the Alliance. we're looking to work in an inclusive way that directly involves people with autism spectrum disorders, their families and their advocates. And, you know, Damon, the points you raised, I would say realistically where we're at the moment is no, we don't have as much involvement as we would like, and we're looking at how we, I suppose, broaden that out. You know? And the fifth objective is that we're looking to seek representation on the European and world bodies involved in autism rights. And I think, you know, IAA are doing significant work in relation to the European bodies that are there. It's how we as an alliance of organisations, I suppose, build on that is what we're interested in.
Well, thank you for viewing our series of presentations today. We hope you found them stimulating and informative. If you'd like to make further contact with us to clarify anything that you've heard, please feel free to make contact with us. You'll find details on our website, www.autism